What's up, beautiful babies? Welcome to part 5 of the journey from the United States to Honduras. Gracias por llamar a United Healthcare. Mi nombre es Christian. ¿Me das su número de membresía? Perfecto. ¿Cómo le puedo ayudar? Thank you for calling United Healthcare. My name is Christian. May I please have your membership number? And how can I help you today? Baby, work is all I knew for the next 8 months. From the time that I left Honduras, I had already made a plan. I was going to go back to the United States, go back to my old job, and just work for 8 months. You see, that's the good thing about working in call centers. They have revolving doors, especially when you're a good agent. You're calling to see if your prescriptions are ready. I was literally working 160 hours in a pay period just to be able to save up money. Momento, me voy a llamar a la farmacia. During the 8 months, I actually got a chance to speak to my baby at least 3 times a week. Only the guards in the prisons were allowed cell phones, and they allowed the prisoners to actually use those cell phones. But we would have to send them money to put minutes on the cell phone itself. $10 in pesos would give me 3 calls a week. You already know I want overtime. Sometimes the conversations was 10 minutes. Sí, señor, está listo sus medicamentos. 20 minutes. Ma'am, you said you're going on vacation. Let me just call the pharmacy. If we were lucky enough, we got 30 minutes. But I can definitely tell you it was getting harder and harder each time. Not having that same sense of security that you were used to each and every night was weighing heavily on me. But I had to be strong for the both of us. Because remember, I was the one that was on the outside. Because of the impression that Honduras has put on me, I definitely had to get back there as soon as possible. Along with my baby, I had been speaking to his family every day. Me and my sister-in-law had become the best of friends. And for those of you who are wondering, when I say sister-in-law, it's because in Central America, even as a boyfriend, you become family instantly. And the reason his father didn't know was because it's very taboo to have a same-sex relationship, especially in that neighborhood. Would his father ever know? Who's to say? So it's now December, and I'm already at the airport, ready to go. Welcome to United Flight 929, where we'll be traveling to San Pedro Sula, Honduras. Today's flight is going to take about 2.5 hours. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. This will be my second time in Honduras. And it was funny because I was more nervous the second time than I was the first time. This time I was met by my brother-in-law and his wife. We also built up a relationship because they actually lived in the other rooms in the back of the house. With all the money that I had made from work, I decided to go ahead and ask my baby's dad, is the house available to buy? And he quickly said yes. And I jumped on the opportunity. Because of that, his father and I started to build more of a relationship. And it would definitely be tested over the next coming weeks. Hey, ¿qué pedo, loco? ¿Cómo estás? As I'm sitting outside on the sidewalk trying to talk to my baby. Buenas. Every other day he would pass by, and I was wondering where the hell he keeps coming from and keeps going. Buenas tardes. So I had just finished the conversation with my boyfriend, and we ended the call. And he decided to ask me, you mind if I sit? Oh yeah, go right ahead. I didn't feel a sense of danger. More of a surprise, because he actually spoke English. We struck up an in-depth conversation, asking more about each other, getting to know one another, and come to find out he was actually in the United States for years before he got deported. That's why he spoke English. For the next coming week, we had talked and just kept getting to know each other. And he finally invited me to his house. And for those who are thinking, no, this is not that type of situation. I walked up to the house. She instantly stood up and gave me a hug and introduced herself. I instantly felt love, acceptance, and a sense of family. But we'll find out more in part 6. Stay tuned for the journey from the United States to Honduras.